Ready.
It's happened.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Playing D&D?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
kidding. It's just as I expected.
All right.
What?
You want to start the session?
Yes.
Return. I can guarantee that. Go to bed.
What?
Go to okay, bye. Oh, buddy.
Is he refusing to go to bed?
That's right, go to sleep, little boy.
Go sleep. Good night, British man.
Are we gonna start the session?
Yes. Well, I guess I can't speak for Kian. Kian's the one who starts the session.
Sleepy as usual, I see.
Yes, we're gonna start the session.
Oh, I can hear him now.
So, Tilchuck, you're
Yeah.
up first.
Good morning, city.
No, not good morning.
What?
No. There's something that happens the night before.
Bad morning.
Bad morning.
Kian, don't do
As-
this.
Kian's favorite thing. Nightmare, 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 nightmare.
Not really a nightmare. I just need you to roll me a perception check at disadvantage,
Oh,
as
no.
whilst Tilchuck is kind of going to bed and tucking themselves. I actually don't remember their gender.
Them is good.
Yeah, themselves into bed. They something's happening.
Perception. Oh, wait, yes. Now I know what you were talking about.
That is happening.
It's
in
not
Oz?
that. It's
A
not
lot of
that.
stuff
It is
happened last night.
no. It is brick walls.
Oh.
Don't worry. You're not hearing any of that. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's other.
Oh,
Don't worry.
yeah, 10.
10? Nah. You like start to shift in your sleep and you like vaguely hear something like the easiest way I could describe it is like for one moment Tilchuck is like something's gnawing on something else.
Huh.
And then like as you have that thought, you just fall into the deepest sleep you have ever had.
Yay. Not
And you
my
just-
problem, baby.
Yeah. I need to know, does Tilchuck sleep in their full attire, or do they like take it off and then get into bed and then put it on?
I'd like to think that they do. They're like a little cartoon character. They probably find time to wash it, so they're not like stinky and smelly.
Mhm.
But like
Allegedly.
not many
Allegedly.
times do you see them out of
You
their
are
full
you are
attire.
a druid, so being stinky and smelly is probably not seen as a negative.
That's true, but I'm not that stinky and smelly.
Well, at a
because
certain point, like you,
I smell like. Well, I guess I can smell like loam.
Smell like
Loam.
New Orleans.
Orleans.
No, that does stink. That river is smelly. There's a lot of dead people rotting in it.
I guess I'll have to
Um,
think about how I smell. I'll have to conceptualize it.
I would more think like moss and sweat,
Yeah, and just soil.
soil, dirt. Tilchuck, you got any dirt on you?
And
Digs
pull
into their
the
scarf.
clump
Yeah.
of dirt out of my pocket. This is some really good stuff right here. This stuff will get you places.
I love dirt.
So, for those that are here, I need you all to roll a d10, and I will roll a d10 for Simon. Or
Thank
Simon.
you.
Okay.
Me too.
And
Oh wait, no, I need to make my rolls public.
eat.
Perception? Wait, what am I rolling?
Oh.
Just a
No,
regular.
just a
D10.
just a d10.
Oh. Who the
10.
fuck? Old Tootie.
Great.
Oopsie, sorry.
Well, you got 9, so it's 10-10. So you and me, we have to re-roll to see who goes first. Adam. I also
Should
Why
I
are you
roll
in
another
this?
D10?
because I'm rolling for Simon.
I rolled another 10. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 9. Okay.
Do I need to re-roll?
It's okay, Kian. I forgive you.
Grace?
My
No.
blunder?
I'm just gonna take your first roll, which was a 9.
Those are my best 2 rolls. I'm never gonna roll again. Everything's gonna be a 1 or a 3 from here on out.
Adam, please don't talk.
So
Look at my roll. I rolled 8 when.
Yes,
So-
that's good that you rolled that when it doesn't really matter.
my question is for David and Erebus is did the night end with you two in the same bed, or did you end up like after you were done in the tub, you both went to your own rooms?
You're cheating on me with a David?
Dave, I said.
You said David.
Oh, Dave and Erebus. Erebus.
Erebus?
Erebus.
Areebus.
Next, we fucked in the.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
If
Okay.
Dave followed me to my room.
Wasn't it like a hot tub?
Yeah,
It was like a
hot
really
tub.
big hot tub. It would be more
thought
like
it was a spring bath
like
or
a
something.
Roman
We
bath.
probably would have
Yeah,
died.
not hot tub hot, like bath hot.
Okay.
No, like a warm bathhouse would be how I describe it.
Yeah.
You guys don't boil alive. And cook.
No, you don't boil
yourself.
alive whilst you pound each other.
Is it hot in here, or is it just
You.
it passes out?
As heat stroke. So Dave, you awaken still slightly sore from the day before, a mixture of damage that you took during combat and then your nightly activities have kind of
Combat damage?
I thought you took at least one hit, didn't you?
I don't think I did. I don't remember. Maybe I did. Anyways.
Pretty sure the goblin stabbed you at least once with his knife, even
On?
if you were enraged. Yeah.
yeah.
Moving on, you awaken feeling refreshed but still sore from the evening. The smell of gruel and well-cooked food wafting from the main area, as well as the very loud noise of the multitude of workmen who have entered the tavern to get their daily meal or their morning meal. What would you be doing when you awaken?
Going back to my stones to craft new because everyone kept on annoying me and I messed up so many stones.
Okay. Then moving down from the top, that would then be you, Tilchick. You awaken within your room to find it sadly absent of Dal. But you also don't remember seeing Dal go to bed last night, so
Yeah. I rubbed my little eyes, no, my big giant eyes, my giant orbs of eyes, and I wander into the common room,
okay.
the food room.
Inside the common room, it is crowded. Almost every single table. Oh, one moment. Let me actually like turn on tavern music. One moment.
Yeah. You can even stick us in the tavern if you want.
Nope.
Yes! That's the town!
There we go.
Let me out!
You gotta open up your door.
Let me out!
There you go. You're out.
Okay.
You awaken to see Mater Vito already hurriedly kind of feeding all of these workers. The people who are here, you can see, are an arrangement of craftsmen, field workers, just any person who would be too poor to afford a kitchen within their own home are here. Most of them are chowing down on bowls of oatmeal. Some of them are enjoying fried balls of dough that have been covered in spices, typically local herbs, but sometimes they chuck in a couple extra coppers and get a sprinkle of cinnamon on them. Some people are wealthy enough to be enjoying some cream-based oatmeal or some porridge, and some of the more skilled craftsmen who have kind of earned a reputation that has earned them some wealth are enjoying breakfast hams or other such stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, what would you be doing?
Is there any seat for little old me anywhere?
There's like one seat left at the bar that you could probably hop on, and you're also noticing that it's it's not. Most of the people here aren't spending a huge amount of time. They're kind of coming in, eating their food, and leaving. So even if there wasn't a seat, you'd probably only be waiting maybe a few moments at most.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of take your seat, and the innkeeper kind of wanders over and smiles at you and goes, "How did you sleep last night, dearie? Did you partake in the activities that I overheard?"
I joined the bath, and
Oh,
then I
that's
went to bed.
lovely. Oh, you folk are always so sweet. And she pat your headed head. So what can I do for you this morning? You craving
Could
anything good?
I please have a full of oatmeal with no red fruit, please?
No red fruit. I don't actually know if we have any red fruit left.
Well, no, I said no red fruit.
Yeah, I know. That's I was
Oh.
sorry. I
Oh,
was
I'm
stating I
just
don't know if
remembering
we.
last time you put
Oh yes, I
the red
put
fruit and it made it
yes.
look like a pile of gore.
Yes, I'll put some blackberries maybe, or
Yeah.
something else along those lines in there.
Okay.
That'll be 3 copper.
Okay. Hold on. I will
And
fish
I
it out
believe
of
you
my
might have
hat.
to break a coin.
How do I do it?
Well, you'll hand her a silver, and she will hand you back 7 copper.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So
Inventory. There we go. Okay. Silver. So I'll take that to 4, and then I'll put 7 copper. Okay. Transaction is complete.
and I'll be right out as soon as I can, but
Okay.
I typically do, and she'll just kind of look down at you and kind of like, apologies, but I typically do prioritize the workmen over the
That's okay.
staying guests. And she then kind of hurries back to doing that, handing some breakfast beer to some other people and dealing with the
Breakfast
orders
beer.
that she can handle. That was pretty common. It was just a more bready beer.
Oh, I didn't know that was an actual thing. I thought it was just beer served at breakfast.
No, breakfast beer would have been higher in calories. It would have kind of been like the equivalent of like, I don't have time to eat a whole bowl of porridge. Just give me a beer. I chug it down. It's super low in alcohol, but I have now the equivalent of a whole bowl of oatmeal just in a cup.
Emily said a beer with a raw egg in it.
No, it's not that.
Tasty.
Medieval beer is slightly better than modern beer. It's a bit more tasty, from what
A
I
likely
understand.
story.
Yes, it is.
Kian actually time traveled back in time and tasted it.
Okay, small tangent. I have been actually reading and watching a lot of stuff about medieval cuisine, and it is fascinating. Because,
cool.
like, we always have this idea of, like, oh yeah, it's roasts and porridge and all this sort of stuff. But, like, they actually had, like, a really vast and complex... I actually didn't know fast food was around during the Middle Ages. Like, the idea of, like, oh, I'm gonna go to work and I need to grab a meal real quick. You would, like, chuck a couple coppers and get, like, a deep fried meat pie.
That's pretty cool.
Uh-huh. I also learned about cat butchers, which was horrifying.
Oh no!
Meat's
All
expensive.
right, I'm ready to hand it over to the next person.
Yeah. You kind of eventually get your thing, and then it will move on to Simon. You're up next.
Next.
You would awaken with Hannah still kind of sleeping on your chest, kind of. She very much still passed out, still lightly smelling of alcohol. Simon?
Simon?
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Did you hear what I said? Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I can still hear him.
I can
I'm
still
gonna
hear.
kill myself.
So I'm assuming he just can't hear us.
No, I think he can hear us. I just think it's one of those issues where his mic isn't picking him up as well as he would
Oh.
want. And so it's either he has to yell or he'll have to move his phone. So for the time being, I'm going to move to Erebos and then come back to Simon.
We love you, Simon.
Erebos, you awaken within your room on the tavern bed that is.
Ah,
Oh, there we go.
hello, hello.
Hi.
There we are. Simon, are you back?
I think so.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
That's cool.
I've been able to hear you the whole
Okay.
time.
Okay. You awaken, like I said, with Hannah on your chest.
Yeah.
She's kind of sleeping there, vaguely hugging you, but not like in a manner that would be difficult for you to kind of like gently push her off and get up.
Shove her off the bed.
I'm gonna do that. If she's still sleeping, that means it's still time to sleep. I close my eyes.
And you go back to sleep.
Yes, correct.
Okay. It's not difficult. Hannah is very warm and yeah. Soft. Yeah, very soft.
Soft.
Soft fur and soft skin. Erebus, you would awaken. Is Erebus a sleepyhead though? Like because of his life of luxury, has he gotten used to sleeping in? No? Okay. You're in your room reading your book. Or whatever you were saying you were about to be doing. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, there is a small collection of literature. It seems like each room has the exact same 5 books. There is a book of Lothrician holy texts. There is a book of what would be essentially the equivalent of the Grimm's fairy tales, only less grim. Uh, there would be a book on like local history, and then there would be 2 books on random topics like plants and the such. Okay. Would you like to roll me a history check then? Whilst you're reading this to see what information I can give you. Okay, never mind. 16. As you're kind of flipping through these pages, it's human writing is draconian. It's so very primitive to you, but not in like it's difficult to read. It's more like reading the words of a child almost. Very undescriptive, unpoetic. A little bit boring, but there's definitely some interesting stuff. You learn that this town, that the village of Brum, which is what it's still called, despite now being a town with almost 10,000 people within it. Only about 50 years ago, only had about 700 people living within it. Yes, when the Lothric Empire took over, they found vast quantities of tin and native copper in the area, which are critical for making most tools and construction and a bunch of other stuff. And so the area was heavily invested into. And because of this heavy investment, it kind of became like a sanctuary for the Vlitish people who had ended up within the Lothric Empire. A lot of people who had used to live in these small, sort of scattered villages all kind of collected into the town of Brum. So despite it growing so rapidly, it has sort of maintained its cultural integrity of being still a very Vlitish city or town, because it's not exactly a city yet. But it's getting very close as it continues to grow. It's likely to become a city very soon, and it's gotten the nickname of Legion's Pass because it's where the armies sort of march through very often on patrols between the actual empire and the tributary kingdoms that now surround it. But the town itself, prior to growing, still had a vast history because there was an old city of Brum that had existed back during the First Age, or the Second Age, that was utterly decimated during the Giant and Goliath conflict. not giant and dragon conflict, that it kind of ended with the old city of Brum being destroyed and then buried. Yeah, like the dragon Tiamat herself like cursed the city to be buried under a mountain. And so the native people of Brum kind of link their heritage to this old city, but there's very little evidence that like the people who actually live here have any actual claim to that, other than they might be of a similar culture. But yeah, and that would have happened maybe 2,000-3,000 years ago, and then it would have been mostly abandoned for a while, and then eventually the village was reformed because the soil is very good in this area and it's very good for agriculture, and it's in sort of this safe valley where very few people, up until the war between the Village people and the Lothric Empire happened, very few people ever really came here, but now the valley is kind of this critical point of defense against any future incursions from the Village Empire, or the Village people. And that's kind of... but yeah, no, eventually, as you finish your meditation and you read, eventually you do hear the common people begin to flood in, and the smell of fried foods and poor people cuisine begin to fill your nose. It still smells good, but it's nothing compared to your princely cooks. Okay. I think Tilchuk is the only one that you would find. Or Tilchik. Yeah. Simon, eventually you would feel Hannah kind of, at the smell of fried breads and other such stuff, begin to stir and kind of waking up and kind of looking down at you. Her hair kind of matted and kind of strands, just kind of looking down at you and like, "Oh, I didn't expect you to still be here. You're so sweet." And she'd pat your cheek and then get up.
When I sleep, I would never move somewhere else to continue sleeping.
That's very fair, my dear. Don't mind me. I'm gonna go put my pants on now, or my shirt, because I really don't wear pants. I probably should.
Perhaps.
Yeah. You up for some breakfast? I'll cover your tab. Oh, I think you might have cut out. Yeah. Dies.
Damn
Perishes.
it! Hello?
Okay, I hear you now.
Okay, I'm gonna, dude, when this bus starts up, it's gonna be fine. But until then, I'm struggling. Nice. She says that, and I say, yes.
All right, then get your pants on as well, and let's go out to get some food.
I put my pants on, and that's it.
You and her are the opposite. She wears a shirt, and you wear pants.
Yeah. Together we have one full outfit.
If you plan accordingly, you can share.
So true.
She will go out, and seeing Tilchuk, she will kind of whisper to the worker and be like, "Hey, would you mind if I just take this seat?" And then take a seat next to you, Tilchuk. And I'm guessing you would go and sit next to her, Simon.
Yeah, yes, I would. I mean, she's covering my tab, so yeah.
Hoopah. Eventually the
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. I heard I have some RP to do.
What'd you say? Oh, yeah. It's your turn now, Tilchik. everybody else has kind of come out to join you. Hannah's sitting directly next to you, with then Big Man sitting next to her, and Ariba sitting at the very end of it, with sort of Dave in the back carving on his rune stones.
Yay!
You would see the mater return, and she would hand you your bowl of oatmeal and she would kind of smile, and she'd be like, you're very lucky. It was about to spoil, and no one else wanted it. I had some citrus
wait,
from
hold
the
on.
spice. Oh. Are you back, Grace? Oh no.
Hello?
Grace, are you alive?
Yeah, I'm alive. So
Okay, there we go.
out, and I knew that like you wouldn't come back until I like exited and came back. It was you're in the middle of a sentence, so I'm like, hold on, shut up. It was about to spoil. What was it?
It's about to spoil, but no one else wanted it, and I had like one left, so I thought maybe it'd be good in some oatmeal. It's something called an orange. They're from the Spice Islands.
What? It is
Yeah.
orange.
Yeah, I put it, and I don't know if like you're supposed to take the peels off or not. So you have a cut but unpeeled orange mixed in with your
Interesting.
porridge.
So I have that to play with. I examine it. I like lick the peel. There's not much flavor coming out of it, so I'm like, I like gently try to pull the rind off.
Yeah, and it kind of pulls off, and you taste it, and it's a bit there's a little lack of firmness to you. You can definitely tell, like with your druidic understanding and also your understanding of like how plants work. This is definitely a plant at the end of its edibility.
Mhm.
But it's still very much edible and very, very sweet.
Wow. My mind is blown.
And she's like, yeah, I was able to get a shipment of those from some drunk who hadn't paid his tab, and it was on his barge, so I just took a whole crate of them instead of that. They've been very, very successful up until a few weeks ago, when apparently someone ate one of the seeds and died.
Oh no.
But you shouldn't eat seeds. Eat apple seeds, you die. I don't know why he was eating
Yeah.
orange seeds.
Are there any seeds like attached to this guy?
Yeah, there's definitely seeds. This is a pre-agriculture orange, so there are definitely big seeds in there that you're gonna have to peel out.
I'll take those and I'll put those in my pocket.
Yeah.
Even though like I'm like, yeah, it probably won't grow, but I'd still like to have them.
And then the mater would approach you two, Erebos and Big Man, and be like, "So what can I offer for you two for meal today?"
Bacon.
Bacon? All right, I'll get you 2 slices of bacon. And how about 4? Did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do 4. And she'd look over at you, Erebos. I'm guessing probably something. I don't know what a vegetarian eats for breakfast. I'm sorry to say. A salad this early? You don't want like some oats? Or like a porridge? All right, yeah. And she'll go over and take Hannah's order as well, and make her way over to Dave, seeing that you're working on something. She'd kind of stand there and kind of wait till you weren't mid-stroke on your carving, and then kind of... and for you, is there anything that you need? Adam?
Huh?
The mater kind of the barkeep comes up and is asking you if you want anything for...
Where the fuck did everyone come from? What the hell? I thought this party was going to be quiet. I know.
Oh.
I'm working on stones. I
Okay.
wanted to be away from everything. Sorry.
Okay. Then redact that. And
Maybe.
eventually she would come back out and hand you a big bowl of, you said a cranberry salad, and her brain was like, yeah, a cranberry salad is like a fruit salad with majority cranberries, right? So you have it's a collection of it has apples, vineyard grapes, cranberries, some juniper berries, all kind of mushed together, and along with some melons, but not like cantaloupe or watermelon, more northern melon, so thicker, more gourd like. And she'd kind of place that down, and she'd be like, if you want any syrup or cream, please let me know. And here's your 4 slices of bacon. And she'd place down, and it's more like what we would more call breakfast ham, of like these nice thick slices of pork. Kind of sizzled and cut. And then for Hannah, she places down a similar to what Erebos is having, a nice fruit salad with some sprinklings of some unknown spice on them. But yeah, and everybody continues to enjoy their meals. But I will state, the tavern is very large, and you can hear a lot of the workers and common folk grumbling about a lot of stuff. If you are interested in trying to listen into their conversations, can you please roll me a d20? I guess a perception check maybe, but I more wanted this to be easier for people with low perception. But I don't actually think we have anyone like that. So yeah, a perception check.
Mine's low. Mine's a 12
is it?
passive.
That's a +2.
That's because I'm proficient in perception, but I only have a 10 in wisdom, so I have a +0.
Okay. 6. That's enough to hear stuff. Anyone else other than Erebos sort of listening to the gossip in the area? Would you, Simon, have any interest in listening to it?
No, I'm chowing down.
Okay. What about you, Tealchick?
Sure.
Okay.
Here, let me go ahead and do that. Perception. Normal. Yeah, baby!
Your
I
ears
may
are
be peeling this
open.
orange, but my ears are alert. You know how what they say about the scent of orange making you more alert? That's me.
Yeah, so Erebus, you kind of hear very much the same thing over and over again from these, mostly from the very much lower working class, a big grumbling that the regent is little more than a puppet to the empire and is grooming the little chief to be just as much of an ass kicker to them as he is. They're worried about the health of the high chief of the South Reek tribes because and then they start ranting about politics. Apparently, the chief that rules over this city is only about 5, and the regent rules over them. But apparently, the South Reek tribes have lost all of their heirs, and if the if the chief of that tribe dies, then this 5-year-old will also become chief of that place, which would mean the regent's power would expand even further. But you, Tilchuk, would kind of, just because you're small and you have a little bit of better hearing and you also care more about what the common people think, you hear you hear that some pretty troubling information. You would hear stuff about the regent as well, but you would also see a couple people that look like miners kind of sitting there worriedly looking over a handful of coins as though they're wondering if they'll even have enough to pay for their meal, talking about how the mines have been seized. And the regent's not doing anything yet. I don't know what their plan is. If the mines don't reopen, we won't be ready for the spring shipment, and we know what the Empire will do if we don't have their shipment and tribute ready. And then the other person in this conversation would respond and be like, I'm more worried about the granaries. with how often the vermin have been eating up entire bales of wheat, we might not have enough food to last us till first harvest if nothing is done about this. So yeah, no, you hear all of
Well-
that kind of communicated amongst these worker people, and
These people need help. The mice are eating the food. I mean, yeah, but we could get the mice quicker if we all went on the mice. And also, the mines are closed. They're
and the mater
seized.
would kind of walk over and be like, "Yeah, apparently some group called I forget what they're called. Some group
The-
that flies under the banner of some lady of a white hand has seized the mines."
Oh no!
Yeah, no, they've been quite a bit of trouble recently. They've seized
They
the mine
ruined
and
the market.
they've attacked the walls several times, even attempting to kidnap the young chief once. But luckily, the regent was able to repel that attack even after the house guard failed. They're a pretty powerful wizard. But yeah. And they would look over at you, Tailchuck, and be like, "Yeah, the granaries have been an issue, but I don't know if it's exactly mice that are eating it up.
Oh.
According to the granary manager, it is, but I've never seen mice eat 8 bales of grain in a single night."
Whoa. Yeah, that would be a really big mouse.
Maybe it is a giant rat. Maybe.
I guess so. Hmm. Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse just appears. "I've consumed all the grain. Oh, I want to watch you starve to death, kid."
PM, do I hear all of this?
Yeah, you're sitting with the group. You hear all of this.
I have a couple of questions.
Ask.
First, where are the mines?
The mines are about a 3-day trip north of here, but apparently the region is planning something to retake them. If you're interested in potentially helping, maybe talking to the regent would be an idea.
My second question. Is there any idea of where these filth gather?
I've heard news that some shopkeepers have been allowing them to meet in their basement. And it's only rumors, and it's not because he's a halfling and he cons people. But I've heard that Gretchen Bruckman might know where they reside. He openly supports the Lady of the White Hand, but he also openly supports the Cult of Dragons and any other organization that might be willing to hand him a few coins to use his merchant caravans.
I see. Just a couple more questions. One, do you have sausage?
I do have breakfast sausage, yes. And what was your other question?
Do you have eggs?
I do. Are you asking for sausage and eggs?
I have one more question.
Yes.
Do you have... Okay, sorry, I have two more questions. First, do you have hash browns?
Cashews?
Hash browns.
Hash browns. Yes, we do have hash browns.
Right. And then
But
my last... Sorry, go ahead.
my supply of potatoes is quite low, as they do have to come all the way from the Spice Islands. But we haven't yet fully gotten a farm growing here, so it might be a little bit of an extra cost. But
Okay.
yeah, I do have that. And what's your final question potentially?
I forgot the name of the shopkeep that you mentioned a second ago.
Brechen Breckman.
Breck-
He is an interesting fellow who will do more or less anything he can for a coin. He's been here for almost I'd say almost 100 years. You know how long those folk can live, and apparently he's prospered quite a bit under imperial rule, but a change in rulership led to his prosperity the first time. He seems just as welcoming to any other group that decides to try and come in.
Great. Can I have some sausage, eggs, and hash browns?
I assumed yes. I'll go deal with that.
Thank you very much. Okay. Those are the guys who tried to kill my friend.
Yeah, and they ruined the seed trade market. That's not cool at all.
Killed them all.
Yeah.
I think Hannah kind of looks over and is like, "Yeah, I've gotten attacked by them 3 times."
3 times.
Yeah, I got attacked when I found at the tavern with you, and then I helped at the seed market, and then before I met you, a couple of them besieged me on the street a while back in a village not too far from here, and yeah, they killed my fellow employee.
Their
Oh,
order will fall to ruin by my hand.
by your blue hands.
Your big muscular hands.
These are killing hands.
Oh yes, we will be chatting.
These are killing hands. I'll have you know.
Yeah, they can also do other things if I remember correctly.
Yes, but primarily they're for killing.
Yeah, definitely will.
More than anything else, though, I want to make it abundantly clear the number one job of these hands is killing.
Yes.
I feel like this whole group's gonna turn into a polycool besides me and Adam's character.
No, I would never.
Nah. As you all are talking, you would hear shockingly, you would hear the door open on the other side of the room as the entire tavern would suddenly go quiet. What the why is this man's icon not on him? I'm sorry. Visuals.
Ian, just a heads up, I just got back to the office, so I'll still be here. I'm gonna put my earbuds in, so I'll still be listening and I'll be typing in the no mic chat. But
Okay.
I'm gonna have to shut up.
Okay.
Well,
How long do you think you'll be in the office?
Well, it's not. I won't be in the office for very long. They have to shuttle me back up to the lot, which is like a 15-minute drive ish.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll still be like interacting and everything. Just like keep an eye on that chat.
Yeah, definitely will do.
Sick.
Sorry, Mac drew a beautiful image for this person, but for some reason it is not showing up. Yeah, you drew 2 characters for this campaign. You did, yes, and then I ended up drawing them. Well, it ended up working because the lack of you drawing that character ended up with that character becoming Hannah. Yeah, so yeah. Did I pin it? Well, it wasn't even Hannah. It was gonna be a dude, so
a win.
Well,
In
he's a
my book.
guy, so
yeah.
Well, Jake from State Farm, you sound hideous.
There we go. I don't have his two little legionaries, but I do
Is it
have.
Albert?
Huh? Albert?
Is that Albert?
Fat Albert? No.
No, it's Albert.
You would hear very quickly as even the music would halt, as you would hear a door and the clank of armor as someone would enter, and all of sort of the workers kind of look over at the door, and all voices go to a hush. As if you kind of look over, eventually you would see what looks to be a very old legionary and a legionary officer with three other legionaries behind him walking through the area, looking around, and he kind of enters and he goes, "I apologize to disrupt your morning of festivities and breaking of fasts, but I am searching for an elf of high-born nature. I am willing to pay a single gold piece for information on their whereabouts." And
A single gold piece? That sounds shit.
a
Gold
couple
pieces
workers,
are important, though.
yes, a couple workers kind of like point into the corner, and he takes out 5 gold pieces and tosses it to the workers that did so, and approaches you all, kind of not exactly acting. He would actually even gesture for his guards to kind of stay back as he approaches, and comes up and slams his fist onto his armor. "Hail! I am Earl Commander Petronox. I am here looking for the individual known as Erebus Nivistari."
Holy shit, I'm so sorry. I just found out something. If you press C, you can go to your character sheet. You can minimize and maximize
That's
it.
incredible. Thank you.
Sorry.
No,
Very
I've been
important,
tired
but
of
not.
clicking around and shit.
Pogging.
Oh, you're so hard.
But he would approach, and he would kind of he's staring at you, Erebos, kind of waiting for you to make yourself known, as you kind of realize you are the only elf in the room. No, but you can recognize by his equipment and armor that he is a your understanding of the Lothric Empire, he is as high of a rank as he could be without being of noble birth. And he's just kind of staring at you, waiting for a response.
Are you gonna say hello?
Nevestri, I apologize. Yes, the Regent desires, Lord Regent Ava Rightstone desires to greet you and meet you, and perhaps take you on as a patron whilst you stay within the city. They're very intrigued to know why a member of the Nevestri is that how you pronounced it? I apologize for my Elvish; it is not very good. The Nevestri family is doing within their fine city. Your compatriots are also welcome to join you, though, and any house guard that you carry with you, though I must inform you, any attempts on the Regent's life will be met with the blade. There is no need to rush. The Regent shall be in town until dusk. As long as you make your way to the southern gate keep by then, their caravan should be ready to take you to their hilltop manor. Very well. Yes, and a good day to you. And he would say, "And a good day to you," in not broken, but not fluent Elvish. Not real. No, not really bad. It's surprisingly good for a human. is how I'd put it. It would be bad for an elf, but it's surprisingly good for a human elvish. And he would also and he would look down at you, Tilchuck, and be like, I did not know that elves traveled with gnomes now. It is good to see you, though.
Simon said something.
Oh,
Or
did you?
Simon's character.
Oh, do you have bacon? And what are you inviting us to? I am inviting
At wherever you're inviting us to.
At wherever you're. I am certain that pork can be provided. The regent has a great deal of assets. Yes, I am dyslexic, Emmy. Shush. No. The regent has a great deal of wealth at their disposal. I am certain that I can send some men out to hunt a hog before your arrival, if you request. And as well, and he would kind of gesture at you, Simon, kind of like, what is your name? Kind of gesture. No, you're not an asshole, Emmy. What? No, I'm not lying. Don't let Mac lie to you. A simple smith. Yes, I have met many who called themselves simple, but carried mighty blades. Well, it will be a pleasure to have you, have another common man within the company of the castle. Please, enjoy the city and all of its historic, and all of it that it has towards you. Yes, yes. And I do apologize for interrupting your meal. And he would kind of leave after that. You can definitely see. Yes, good day to you. He would again say in slightly more broken Elvish because of how quickly he said it, but you can definitely see. Whilst most of the people here stare at the legionaries with a sense of kind of malice, they don't seem to share that same malice for Petrionox. There's definitely, I don't know, roll an insight if you would like more details. Anyone who would like to understand this a bit better. 17. You can definitely get that you would remember vaguely from your understandings of how the Vlidish people work, that they kind of respect soldiers who have proven themselves. And from the looks of Petriox, he has very much proven himself. From your estimation, and especially with a 17 in insight, you can tell he's about 70, but walks with the same stride as someone in their 20s. Yes. Yeah, this is someone who would be considered to be blessed with the blood of Lothric, a human who more or less will remain in full functioning until the day they die. Yeah. But you know, the people also seem to have some level of respect for him, which they do not have for the rest of the legionaries. You can definitely see like they're like poking their spoons at them and whispering insults at them, which they do not do to Petronox. There is definitely some people looking at you like, lucky you get to go meet the regent and they're gonna hunt a boar for you. Sort of looks, but nothing really hostile. It's more like, oh, it's another rich asshole. I would like to state, when we made this character, you mentioned you have a disdain for the poor.
You
Poor
fucked a
people.
poi pussy.
But yeah, no. After that, everybody would be able to finish their meals and yeah. Oh, all right. Simon, you walk outside and you see the sort of.
He didn't say he was walking outside. He said he was
did.
going to
He said he
walk
walked
out.
out. I'm
It
guessing.
should be out of the room. It should be anywhere.
Clarify, Simon.
No. As you exit the Beast of the Belly, you enter the town of Brum, and specifically you enter its main market square, where you see the large ancient rune stones that used to reside within the village center, now surrounded by a pretty big marketplace. I would say this market is roughly the size of like 2 football fields, just filled with people and sort of merchant carts and all manner of other such things. I will state, you don't even need to roll this, Simon. You immediately recognize what the runes state. The runes are in Giant, and they are the names of the original titans that birthed each different type of giant. Yeah, the stones stand at about your height, which implies to you that they were probably carved by humans, not Goliaths. Or giants. Yeah. You can see that like they're around the stones there's a small circle with grass that kind of keeps them slightly separate from the market, but this area has kind of lost much religious relevance but has become kind of the cultural and mercantile hub of this small town. Well, medium sized, big town. I think they're happy because I threw their ball off our porch. I think you would have an idea that probably Erebus is smart. He is a noble, and you know what nobles are. No, 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 no. You're looking around for someone smart that's already in the market. Roll me. Oh, yeah, you can't roll for yourself, so I will roll and investigate. Oh, you can roll. Uh, roll me. Oh, yeah, that's right. Roll me an investigation. You will have a +1. Oh no, you have a +3 because you're proficient in investigation. 16. You kind of look around and you find what looks to be sort of a middle-aged man with half glasses, kind of looking over some books. He seems to be sort of a scroll merchant, and you kind of approach him, and he kind of looks up to you and is like, "Ah, greetings, sir. How may I assist you?" If you are looking to delve into the history of the town, I would greatly recommend the cathedral that is at the top of the cliff over there. It has been here since the original city. But if you are looking for something a bit more easy to comprehend, I do have a book of the city's history right here, only for 3 gold pieces.
That's expensive.
Books are expensive.
No,
this is before
I
a
get it.
printing press. Please be gentle with it. It is a new print. And he would hand it to you. You should join us for the next campaign, Emmy. Then you can run away with the book. Oh, a bargain? What sort of bargain are you trying to do? Soup. Emmy, I have an amazing person for you to play. It's called Harion Lanius. He is a bard archaeologist. Uh, you seek the book for the day. I will allow this for at least I would require that you write a signature on a parchment so that I have your name. Even an X will do if you do not know how to spell. And he will take out a parchment and a quill, and he will dip it in there, and he will kind of write out a quick contract, and then place the pen at the end and allow you to write out. And I'm guessing you'll just do a big X. Well, I don't know. I think Gore can read a little. Yeah. He has a 13 intelligence. He's not dumb. You cross out the X, and he kind of seals it up, and he's like, "Thank you. Please do return the book. It is of some value to me."
Its value is 3 gold.
3 gold is a lot.
No,
That's
I know.
3
I
gold.
know.
3
I'm
gold
just-
within the actual D&D system is close to like 3 months' salary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you guys having as much gold on you as you do, it's pretty impressive. Mac, did you not get gold? I thought I gave everybody gold. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's funny every time. That's pretty decent.
Oh my god. No, bro got owned by the ground.
By what?
Remember?
No. It was an ogre, not an orc.
The ground. The ground.
It was an ogre. Simon wasn't there for that. Literally, that he wandered out. Oh, hello there, little redhead. Let me tell you. But yeah, no. So you now have this book, Simon. It is written in the native Vlitish tongue, which is a tongue you do know. The cathedral, Simon, I will state the cathedral is like a several hours trip. It might be something that like you go back to the party and talk about, and I will state that the party will be heading in that direction.
You better not.
Okay. No. Simon, you see Big Man re-enter. I'm hiding the book. Okay, you re-enter and you begin to head back to your room, aka Hannah's room, and you make your way in. Are you gonna sit on the couch or the bed that's in the room? Bed. Okay. Yeah, so you see Gore kind of follow the legionary. Everybody else sees not Gore. Big Man follow the legionaries kind of out, and then re-enter, kind of quickly moving to the bedroom and then closing the door. You make sure you're alone and then pull out a pair of glasses. Oh, that's beautiful. The nerdy half moon glasses, yeah. Tilchick, you do not follow it.
What are you reading? No, I'm joking.
Yes, there is a bookshelf in the room. It's like a built-in. You can move the couch to the door. Sorry, it's like a single shelf. It's not like a big structure. You'll move the couch. You move it inside in front of the door. Hannah will. So whilst you're reading that, Simon, I'm gonna hop back to the other party, and I will tell you when you are back the other information. But Hannah kind of then scoots over a seat and pulls you over a seat as well, Tilchik, so that everybody's still kind of sitting together, and then kind of leans up to you, Erebos, and is like, "So how was your night?" Yeah.
Yes, Dave, not David.
It was very good, is what I'll say. For a second timer, he did well. Yeah, not many. Tilchik, where are you going?
Huh? I was gonna go grab a book.
Oh, okay.
I'm done eating, but I'll be back.
Okay. I am very nervous. I have heard of gnome snatchers in the city, and I just don't want them to get out.
That's nice.
Yeah, don't you know gnomes are like the most enslaved people in the world, second to tieflings.
I wonder if Tilchik knows about that.
Gnomes are.
Oh wait,
gnomes
yeah,
are
I
pretty,
do. Never mind. I do.
Yeah, gnomes are because of how like poorly they can kind of defend themselves. They're taken by drow, by dragons, by more or less anybody who can just walk up and pick up a gnome. Yeah,
It's
literally,
free real
literally.
estate.
The orcish raids for gnomes are literally like they rush in on horseback, grab as many people as they can, and then leave.
Oh no!
Because they know, like, oh, if they stay, there's probably going to be like a gnomish wizard that can fight back. But if they're fast enough, oh, Simon, you are not incorrect. That is more or less how the Red River event happened.
Yeah, I was like, that reminds me of something. But I think halflings, they can defend themselves a bit more.
Halflings can defend themselves slightly better, but also the Red River, it was a bunch of racist humans. They couldn't tell the difference between a gnome and a human and a halfling. They grabbed
got
anything that was shorter than a dwarf.
I got beef.
Also, thank you, Simon. I try my hardest.
I get back and I have the little book on plants, and I'm gonna copy some things over that I think are cool.
Yeah, okay. So Hannah kind of leans over and is like, "Yeah, I had a really good time. Also, I've heard the regent is I think you two are going to get very much along. There's a reason why he keeps a bunch of big buff legionaries around him. No, she's not. No, there's a reason why he keeps a bunch of very big, muscular, chiseled legionaries.
Hannah assuming all gay people get along. Are you sure? I don't think so.
Yeah, all gay people get along. I've never met a gay asshole. Like, I've met a gay person who was a prick, but never, like, an actual, like, bad person.
Oh, you need to broaden your horizons.
Okay, In that regard, yes, but what, Emmy? What? What do you got to tell me, huh? Okay. No. Sorry, that's just me typing in something because I forgot to make a map, so I'm just gonna steal someone else's.
Yeah.
Um,
So where are we going?
hmm? From what I remember, we were just planning to show up to the bar.
Yeah, I think we were just kind of drifting as a group.
Yeah.
But we did pick up a couple quest lines just now, so that's like our first kind of. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm broke until they pay me.
we have 3 quest lines. We have the grain, the mines, and meeting the regent. And also technically looking at the cathedral, because that also sounds cool, but that's more of like a tourist thing. But also kind of cool.
I'd be very much up for a tour of the
Sure.
town. No, that's perfectly fine, dearie. This bitch was a lot smaller than.
Winning is
Big guy. Yeah, that's how everybody knows big guy is this big guy.
big
No,
guy. Big.
why are you apologizing? Oh yeah.
Sorry,
It is
that's
weird
so-
addressing a character with no name, but I like it. I actually really like that you don't have one. uh,
Oh,
Hannah's gonna go do it. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I think he went in his room. I saw the light on under the door when I went to go to my room, and I'm gonna go put my book back because I don't want to steal it.
That's very sweet of you, dearie.
The door's locked.
You
I
gotta-
got it.
The door is locked. I got it. Would you knock on the door?
No, I figured out that it was just closed.
No, I mean, like, are you going to knock on the door to let him?
Oh
Oh, yeah.
no, I meant this door.
Oh, okay.
It was closed. Someone must have closed it behind them. So when I tried to move through it, I couldn't.
Okay. Um.
No, yeah, I'm leaving it up to Hannah to go grab them.
Okay, Hannah will be like, "All right, go grab anything from your room that you need. I'll be right back." And she's gonna go to her room, try and open up the door. Oh, okay, it's locked. Big guy. Big guy. You we're all planning to go look around the town. You want to come join us? Okay. Do you want us to come get you before? Yeah, I did tire out quite a bit. Okay. Do you want me to come get you before we go see the prince or the regent? Okay, okay. I'll come get you once we're done with that and inform you on anything else that happens. Oh, I thought you wanted to go tour the town. Is what you She will come back to I can pull up the map of Brum real quick. I'm going to activate that. The cathedral is all the way up here. Is Yeah, we're going to go look at the cathedral, I think. Yeah. Oh, you're going to come? Sweet. Yeah. Yeah. There'd be a satchel bag, probably something that you had. What the frick are you doing, Gib? Little shit. He is, yeah. I moved that table that I got to the side, so he like standing on it now and is trying to steal stuff. Okay, as you kind of come out, Hannah kind of stops you and like puts her hand on your chest and is like, "Babe, that was an interesting choice of words." No, it's fine. It's fine. It's nothing to be apologetic about. It's just it was a unexpected sentence. She kind of pats you on your chest and walks out. And she would get mad that you guys wouldn't just share. So yeah, no, you guys enter out into the town. The sun is bright, but the air is still brisk with the last. If you say that out loud, she'd joke back and be like, "I'll teach you how to." I know you don't. The air is brisk with the last breaths of winter still clinging to it. Uh, the party, as they're leaving, Hannah would kind of come over to Dave and kind of go, "Hey, Dave, we're gonna go look around and investigate the town. We're probably gonna also head up to the old cathedral. Do you wanna come and join us?"
Yeah, sure. Just give me one moment. Let me finish this last stone up.
All right. So no, the party kind of waits a little bit for you to finish up the stone, and then you all exit out. The air is beautiful. The sun is warm, but the air is cold. Um, as you all begin to a perfect day. Yes, exactly. People sort of rush around the market square that you kind of stand in front of. There is the heavy scent of fried food and meat pies and all sort of things. You see merchants trying to sell all manner of wares from uh, porcelain and tin cutlery to. No, it's the morning. There's always going to be food around.
Hungry.
Yeah, I had 2 pork chop.
Okay, good. What?
Meat pies. I want to have a meat pie. The concept of a meat pie is so good.
Yeah, meat pie good. I agree.
Not like a pot pie. I want a meat pie. I
Yeah, like
want to try and cook one.
pocket.
Yeah. Well, what was it? I learned like whilst researching this, they like used to have like McDonald's style apple pies, but like sometimes it would be filled with like ground beef or ground chicken or cat.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. Yeah, not the cat. Yeah, no,
No.
it was like it would have been kind of like the recipe I was looking at was like ground beef mixed with like carrot and
Ooh. Yeah, it sounded like you went into the void for a second. You got really quiet. You got carrot and whoa, whoa, whoa. we can, we
okay, there we
can.
go.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
Carrot and then like European spices. It's really interesting. I might want to like I don't know. Yeah. Idea for another time. But the day is good. There's
Market.
a lot of people around. It's a market. People are getting very busy. A lot of people are starting to head off to work. Children are heading off to their trades. All of this sort of stuff. Though there are a lot of kids that are just kind of sitting around, not doing nothing. They do need to get jobs. Yeah, they need to get. They need to become apprentices. Yeah, as you guys kind of make your way through town, is there anything before you head to the cathedral that you are going to specifically be looking for?
Mm,
Are you guys gonna go mug the Burke merchant?
we're nerds. I'm kind
Are
of
you asking,
trailing
like, are you
after
going
you.
to a garden being like, is there a library? Town crier would be around. A
A
town
town
crier.
crier.
They're
Extra.
kind of like how you would get the news. They're walking around with like a note and they're just constantly repeating and listing off the information of the day. Uh, you would approach him and he would be bawling out, uh, the Empress of the Lothric Imperium has decreed a decrease of taxation upon the peasantry by 2 bales of grain. Uh, and that a standard army of 10,000 legionaries shall be called to deal with the incursion from the Rose Island Elvish nation into southern Portlands. Yeah, the newsies of the medieval time. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. Ah, yes. Hello, how are you doing, good sir? The largest library in town. There are three large collections. There is the collection within the cathedral, a collection of ancient tomes, though most of those are in giant or old Vlidish, very difficult to read. There is, of course, the regent's personal collection, which is held within the uh, archives of the city, which are, and he would gesture kind of, he would take out, because there really isn't a map of the town, but he'd be like, if you follow these roads, it'll lead to that place, and you have to get permission from the regent to enter. Um, and then, of course, there is, if you are willing to pay a pretty penny, Brechen Breckman has his personal stash of knowledge for rent, a copper library, as you call it, where you have to pay a few coppers to rent out a book. Oh, thank you, thank you. And then, Simon, you said you had some questions for him? No, you're good. All right. Just one for me. Okay. The Brechen Breckman would be the legionary guy or the merchant? Yeah, Breckman. Yeah. Oh, his shop would be, and he will point. It's actually visible from where he's standing. He points down, and it's this long roadway that leads to the river, and it is this large shop with sort of a dockyard behind it. Yes, yes, have a lovely day. And he would then go back to Cryering, talking about things. Yeah. The ecclesiarchy has declared that this summer shall be a cool one. So,
Yay!
and as well a declaration from the Council of Beards.
What's the declaration of the beard
Uh,
guy?
The declaration from Council of Beards is that all dwarves are. Oh, the dwarvish exemptment to taxation on religious monuments has been guaranteed.
Yay!
Forges and foundries of the Forge Father shall no longer be required to make armaments for the legionaries during times of war without fair compensation.
Yeah. That's cool.
But yes, as well, information upon the creation of the Council of the Greenskins has been ceased after the assassination of Grico Grambler. But yeah, no. No. No, Greco is the goblin from Legends of Evantris. Greenskin is just any race that isn't that would be considered monstrous. So orcs, goblins, gnolls, all of those sort of things. No one will stop Torbeck from eating the cookies now. Have another one. It's got cream on it. But now that you know where Brechen Breckman's place is, are you going to head that way, big guy? Okay, okay. Yeah. All right, sweet. You'll make a top there by the end of the day. Greco is not a top, but okay. No, I'm just... Which library? No. He isn't going to the library. He's going to
A
the
bookshop.
merchant. The merchant who has a collection of books. Yeah.
Because there's
No,
three different book places. And we're gonna visit all of them. Book tour, book tour. Book tour.
But the party continues to walk through the town, making their way, I'm guessing, towards the north gate. The city, you specifically, Erebus, are fascinated by the fact that elvish cities are grand and big, but they're very natural. There's a lot of greenery, there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of other such stuff, and it's not because of a connection to nature. It's because elves are obsessed with an aesthetic value to their cities. And they have a low enough population that all cities can generally be made to look pretty. But for humans, because of how quickly they breed and how many there are, their cities feel so crowded to you. And as you think back to um, what you read about how this all came about in only about 40 years, you have a hard time believing that a village could go from thatch to stone and mortar and clay tiled roofs in such a short period of time, because the elves would have taken close to 200 years to do that sort of development.
You just gotta get good.
And there's there's something foul afoot, but that something foul is the fact that humans are very fast paced in comparison to elves, would be how I'd put it. So it's kind of like kind of, yeah. Like humans develop to like this point, but this is the maximum of human civilization from what you understand. And elvish civilization can get higher than this, in your opinion, but it takes far longer. And the fact that humans, like, as you're walking around, you go, oh, if we had done it, we would have designed the roads better, or we would have built the sewer system better, or we would have done this better, because humans build things too quickly.
It's a more lovely, slow burn, thought out kind of
Well,
process.
you live for 700 years, a human lives for 70 years, that sort of thing. If only an elf ruled the city. Yeah. No, I know, I'm joking. I know, I'm just. If only an. But you guys eventually make it to the gatehouse that separates the outer city from the inner city, and a couple legionaries as well as some house guards to the local chief are kind of standing there, marking everybody who's entering and leaving, and a couple sort of approach you. This time, instead of being legionaries as before, it is two house guards, Vlidish men, and large burly, Vlidish men. And instead of in the gleaming legionary armor, they're wearing heavy leathers and thick pelts, and they kind of approach and look down at you all. Well, not all of you. Of course, Simon's character they can't really look down on, but they approach. What business do you have leaving the city? You're on the other side, so you're going to the cathedral right now. I think.
Oh yes, Regent's in the southern gates. Oh no, it's okay.
Yes, observe the archives. Treat it with respect. We've had enough foreigners come in and try and graffiti our holy sites.
What?
It's hard to clean up carvings, but yes. But yes, if you wish to cross the road, and he would ask everybody their names to check the records for entries.
Oops.
All right. Let us check the records, and he would like flip through a book. When did you enter?
Yes.
Which was yesterday. Like, yeah. He flips. I have the log of you entering with four other individuals, and I count the three of them. And the big man who we were unable to name, but his kind are allowed into the city without need, as they are seen as true Vlidish. The only one I don't see on my records is your short friend here.
Hi. I was asleep. I'm sorry.
Smuggled into my city?
I didn't mean to make trouble. I'm
He like leans over
sorry.
you, looking at you very grumpily, and then goes, "It's fine. I've never known a gnome smuggler or thief in my life. Your folk are perfectly fine and helpful. What village do you come from?"
Bumbleslack.
"I know Bumbleslap. That's where my wife gets the turnips for summer."
Yeah. We got really good turnips.
"I'm certain that you do. Yes, please enjoy the bridge." Oh, just slap.
The gongs of war. The gongs of war.
Another raid! No. But yes, please carry on. And the party is allowed to travel through. You travel through the outer city, and eventually make your way back out to the countryside, where you can see the fields are being plowed. It's not yet time to seed the seeds, but the fields are getting made ready for them.
I'm back.
Yay!
Hello.
The party begins to approach the mountain, and even from this far, you can see the grandeur of the cathedral in the distance. It is a towering structure with two great spires on either side of it, and even from this distance, you can see the gleam of stained glass in the distance. What will likely be grand murals once you approach. As you guys travel along the roads, you eventually make your way up there, and your trip is quite pleasant. The roads are safe, as you see legionaries and local house guards on horseback running along the roads, making sure that no beasts or bandits sort of intercept anybody. And as you begin to make the long trap up the sort of nearby cliff mountainy area, the air begins to get a bit colder as you get up there, and eventually the snow-free ground is replaced with a light sprinkling of morning snow that crunches under your feet.
Oh, do you change color with the cold?
Did you do your makeup differently today?
Wow, you change colors.
She Hannah pulls you down and goes, "Did Dan give you an STD?" Oh, okay. And then the party. Yeah, I've heard you can be born with an STD if your mom has them.
What?
Yeah. Well, because an STD, it's on your, and when you have a, she's more looking at Tilchuck, who went, really?
Really?
Which fun fact? Yes, you can. It's an unfortunate fact.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because when you're a kid and you're being born, you're just being kind of smeared across those things.
Yep. Stop.
Eventually, you approach the cathedral proper. It is a massive building, on par with scale-wise in our world. It would be like the equivalent of the Notre Dame in size.
Wow.
Large glass.
Represent.
Large stained glass structures look like they're being worked on by monks in heavy black robes. And as you begin to approach, oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna pause then.
No, it's okay.
Why are you
I'm doing
apologizing?
notes anyway.
Notes, good. I'll make a chat for you to post those
Sure.
session notes.
I also wanted to ask, since I have you, how do you make a journal? Because I've been typing stuff in biography.
Here, I'll just make a journal for you.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I'm looking at the journal tab and I can't really add anything to it.
That's because it's my job. I have to give you a journal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll move some of this stuff over then because I don't want it all hanging out in my biography.
Yes, Emmy, show me the porn. No.
Whoa!
Ooh, very good.
What? What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Emmy's reaction.
Oh, brother!
No, I want me pie.
No! You lost meat pie.
There you go. You're an owner now. The Book
Yay! The Book of Chick.
of Chick.
I'm gonna have fun with this.
Nice. But yeah, no. Ask away, Emmy. So the
I'm
shadow
dumb. I
realm?
can't type in it.
What do you mean you can't type in it? Oh, you have to add a page.
How do I do that?
Okay, right here. Let me show you. Or maybe I have to add a page?
I don't know. That would be
It's
weird.
right here.
Is
at
it
the
that little
bottom.
page icon? It just says view multiple pages, or a toggle between view multiple or view single.
Right here.
Oh wait, hold on. Are you streaming? Because I can't.
Yes.
See. Hold on. That's my problem. Okay, I'm good. What were you pointing? Oh, I see.
And I just realized for the hour and 40 minutes I've been recording, my mic has been muted this whole time.
No.
That's cool.
Oh no.
I'm here now, so that's
also,
dope.
Emmy, real quick, let me answer. What do you mean what's with the Shadow Realm?
By that.
Like, do you want to know what that is? Oh, the Shadow Realm. That's if I want to have a one-on-one talk with a player and no one else can hear.
Oh, that shit.
Yeah. I'm like, because the Shadow Realm is like an actual like place within D&D.
And Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. Oh no! It's just Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'm thinking of the Shadow Fell, which is in D&D. But you guys approach this grand cathedral, and a couple monks on horseback kind of ride up to you all, and they don't have any weapons, but they kind of ride up and speak in Sikh accents. Hail! May we ask why you approached the holy site?
We were coming to do some reading at the cathedral
Yeah,
there.
with some very cool books and some very pretty things to look at.
Pilgrims are allowed to enter, but tribute for those not of the faith must be made. It is important that we maintain the structure, and tourists, as we've begun to call them, often damage the structure, if you understand. It is one
How much?
silver. One
Oh, okay.
silver.
Of course.
That's okay.
And he will look over at you, Simon, and lift up a hand if you try to pay coin. Your kind do not need to pay to enter your holy place.
If just know, if you find damaging this structure,
I can't hear you. You're really.
Oh no,
broken.
your mic.
if just know, if you find anyone damaging the structure and you would like someone to take care of it, I will take care of it.
Yes, thank you. We typically have any complaints that we have, we send to the ill commander Petronox, and he typically deals with them. He has been quite good at enforcing a standard of respect, even as more and more of the city turn to the new gods.
Excellent.
But yes, a Goliath with a blade would be quite a deterrent from any graffitiers. We are actually repairing some graffiti from some tourists on the stained glass, as you can see. And you would see some people have painted the symbol of Solaire over the Titan of Dawn.
What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
The symbol or the large? I believe that is of a Lothrician god known as Solaire. He is the Lothricians' dawn god, but here within the Valley of the Vleden of the true first people, we worship the Titans of old.
Of course, and as you should.
Yes, yes, the forefathers of giants and of men as well.
Ah, fuck. Ah. Sorry, I got out. Ah, shit.
Are you okay?
Yes, okay. Sorry, I'm freaking out. It sounds like I got into it.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I got something in my eye, and it is hurting a lot.
Oh.
I know that
I'm
feeling,
I'm
yes.
safe. Sorry, I'm safe.
Me at
Okay.
Kian's house.
Because, like, you screamed and then your phone fell, so it made that, like, noise. And I was like, oh, no.
I'm so sorry
Died.
to alarm all of you, though. I am okay.
It's a car crash playing D&D.
Yeah, that would be fun to explain to the officer.
No, officer, I wasn't on my phone. I'm just playing Dungeons and Dragons.
That's while I was driving. When else was I supposed to do it?
After the sum is paid to everybody, everybody pays their sum except for Simon's character. You are all brought into the main chamber of the Grand Cathedral, which is, even as you walk in, your footsteps echo, and it is silent. The monks immediately cease talking as they enter, and you can see that the area is it is a sort of domed structure on the ceiling that then also kind of curves in and has a large amount of pews that, unlike within like a Lothrician church that all sort of face the main altar in a sort of straight like line, it is a circle, kind of almost like an amphitheater structure that leads to a central sort of area where you can see sort of where a priest would conduct a service, but there is currently no service being conducted as it is right now. You do see some monks and some tourists kind of walking around. A very jovial Knight of Solaire is talking to some of the monks here, and he hands them a small pouch of coins, and seemingly as you kind of pass by, you can hear him whispering and being like, "I am sincerely sorry for my squire's actions. He shall be flogged."
W.
Pog.
Retribution!
But as you guys enter, they kind of the monk sort of turns and is like, "So, do each of you wish to go to the archives, or do some of you wish to go to other areas? The whole of the temple is at the disposal. There is, other than the depths, no one's been allowed in the depths for quite some time, unfortunately. Like I said, tourists from all over have done some things, and a few college students from the University of Red Merc decided to practice necromancy within the within where we have buried the monks of the ages."
Holy shit.
So there's zombies down there?
A few undead, yes, but
Oh,
for now
no.
it has been contained and sealed, and we are handling it.
Oh.
Guys, what if we break it out and then make this live?
No.
Dang.
Kidding.
But yes, who amongst you seeks to go to the archives?
I kind of look towards Big Guy to see what he's gonna do.
I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go to the archives too. I also want to see the like maybe take a quick look around of the like murals and carvings and stuff.
Yes, there are many grand murals and specifically a lot of stained glass in the area. There are depictions of the 9 original Titans, quote unquote original. There were Titans that came before them, but these Titans are the Titans that made the giants, and from each of them comes some form of giant kind. There is there is the Smith, there is the Dawn Father, there are all of these sort of different deities, and Titans are different from divines. Um, well, actually, you don't actually know that, Tilchik. You don't know what the difference between a Titan and divine is, so I won't go into that.
Okay.
If you would like to ask somebody that, you can, but yeah.
Well, so I'm trying to also, this is me also working out to explain how I know giant because I remember picking that at the beginning and we kind of said like,
Giant
oh, I'm
is a common language in this area because it is a religious language. It's kind of like you knowing a bit of Latin because you're well educated in.
okay. All right. I didn't know if like I might like think about it deeper later on, but I just want to just know if it was a weird thing.
Yes. You can definitely see from a lot of these engravings are everything in here is in Giant. There's not a single bit of literature that is not in Giant. Some of it is in Giant that is so old even you can't read it.
Mhm.
Like there are one of the monks is like seeing that you're looking at this stuff, he would come over and he would pat one of the stones that has like these really really old ancient worn things, and he's like, this was from the original cathedral before it was destroyed 1,000 years back. But
Oh,
hmm?
so this isn't the original cathedral?
It is the original structure. It was simply rebuilt. We monks have never
Mm.
abandoned it per se, but there have been periods when foreigners have come in to invade us. Many people do not respect the worship of titans. Why worship dead things?
Mm. Hmm.
But I ask, why worship a deity that never answers prayers? And then he kind of continues on.
Can I
Yeah.
read it?
The ancient one you can read slightly better than Tilchik.
Yeah.
More or less, it is a basic description of the creation story of hill giants, of this sort of titan that loved farming and agriculture and all of this, and decided to make giants in Gaia's name that would wander the hills and spread seeds and till out entire rivers and do all of these, and giant kind of embezzling this idea of like giants are beasts of creation, and that acts of creation are inherent to giants. And then it kind of ends with the final sentence that both you and Tilchik can read, which is why Tiamat's curse is such a great atrocity. And I feel like, Simon, you would be well aware of this, and Tilchik, you have a vague idea. The giants and dragons went to war in the Second Age, and giants lost. And when they lost, Tiamat cursed the original Titans and polluted giant bloodlines. Each giant was given its own unique madness. And specifically to hill giants, they were made so ravenous that like they will eat entire forests to try to satiate their hunger.
Mm.
Can I say, as they were kind of like reading that book that I asked comprehend language, I can read the fucking book.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're not reading books, they're kind of reading the runes that are leading to this area. One of the last
Whatever.
major murals that you would see is one that's sort of a bittersweet mural, which is the Titans being forced to bow to the 12-headed dragon.
Mm.
Yeah. But then you're brought into the archives and you have access to the archives. Is there any specific piece of lore related to the old faith of the Titans or to giants that you are specifically looking for?
All of
Hmm?
us, I think, but
Anybody? Yeah.
I'm thinking.
But
Also
you,
trying to
Simon,
think from.
specifically, because I know
Yeah.
you wanted to come here. What are you specifically looking for?
I'm kind of looking for, like, obviously there are, with any history, you can get really in depth.
Mhm.
I'm more looking for like a general history kind of thing where um like I don't have to spend 4 years studying it, but I kind of like the gist of everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and I
That
want to read the book that I have.
okay, okay. You can do both of those things.
Well,
I will require an investigation check, so that again is a +3 for you.
okay.
Just to see if you could find the style of book that you're looking for.
15.
15? You're able to, after maybe about 30 minutes of looking, find a book that is a generalized history of the giants. And it kind of it doesn't go into super big. Hmm? Did you say something, Simon?
No.
Oh, okay. It doesn't go into super depth, and I can't go into what it states now. But I will text you later what both your book and this book have to say.
W.
Um, what about you, Erebus or Erebus? What are you going to be looking for?
Anything about how, like, more specifically, like, Cent herself?
Him, and no, there isn't anything about the region here. It'd be more about like the old history of this place.
Oh, more giant-y stuff.
Hmm. What about you, Dave? Anything that you're interested in?
No, I'm just here because I was told to be.
All right.
Trying to think of what. Fire.
You could ask one of the monks about the regent. Like get information from them.
I just spent 10 minutes doing comprehend languages. I want to read a book. Read up on the history of giants, I guess.
All right, I will also send you that information at some point. And are you here, Grace, or did you end up leaving?
Fun.
Okay. So I will go, I guess, a bit into detail on the general history of giants. Giants were the second intelligent race to be created, second only to elves, which were created like maybe like a couple days before, according to the lore. Giants, and specifically, it like makes a point that giants are willing to be humble enough to not have to be the first. Like they don't need to make the argument that they were the first ones. Like they're like, oh, okay, if elves want to say they're the first, that's fine.
That's my go.
And we were.
Tilchick, you're back.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hi,
What
thank you.
specifically are you looking for?
Hmm. Learning about the big wide world. Thinking about some giants that I may or may not have met. Um, calculating. Calculating. What kind of farming do giants do?
We have many literature on giant agriculture. If you would like to roll an intelligence check to try and find a book on that.
Yeah. Okay. Intelligence. Check. Yeah. Intelligence. Normal. 14.
14? You take a little bit longer than Big Guy does to find his book, but eventually you find a scroll uh, on sort of the agricultural nature of giants. Specifically, what you learn is that as giant civilization progressed, they began to rely less and less and less on their own personal ability to grow crops and began to rely far more on humans and Goliaths to grow their crops. As giants started off as very much uh, adhering to the idea of like, oh, we have to do our labor ourselves, but giants have anyway, this book kind of talks about this a little bit. Giants have a 1% fertility rate,
Mm.
um, meaning that it's like nearly impossible for them to have kids. So the giants that exist are the giants that were originally created. And since the curse has happened and giant bloodlines have been destroyed, some more giants have appeared and like giant generations have happened, but they're very, very slow to occur. And because of this, as humans began to populate and cover the earth, giants ended up taking kind of like a ruler caste. And so there were very few giant farmers or giant smiths or giant architects that weren't like a noble smith or a noble architect or maybe like a hobby farmer. And they more were like, oh, if the humans want to go, plant some grain, we just need 70% of that to feed ourselves, and they can keep the 30. But in exchange, we'll build them giant, aqueducts that would have taken them years to build, but take us a matter of weeks. And all of this, and we help them sort of amplify their abilities to do menial labor. And the book would talk a lot about the sort of crops that giants were quite interested in. It seems that giants had an obsession with grain and were very much borderline vegetarians because it was very hard for the like meat to be maintained. So like meat was specifically for like holidays and all of these sort of things because it's like, well, how much meat can a hill giant eat? Like a hill giant himself can eat like 2 cows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like if you had like a noble house that had 50 hill giants in it, that's like someone's entire herd each holiday.
Yes. So that's why it's only holidays.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Eventually you guys spend some time here, and how long would the party like to spend here?
I mean, I feel like I could like fuck around here for like a couple hours, but
My
depending on
comprehend
how
languages only last for an hour, so he'd probably.
Okay, I'd be okay with just an hour. Like if people are saying like, "Hey, time to go," I'll be like, "Oh, okay." I wouldn't
He's
be
not
like,
like rushing anybody.
"No!"
He's just like done reading the giant book, and we'll switch back to like his history book that he brought with him about.
Mhm. So maybe like hour and a half. Does anyone feel like any longer
The
than that?
carrier pigeon is an incredibly important pigeon to the transmission of letters and information.
Of this part.
The carrier pigeon's trans?
No, they're carrying out the transmission.
Yes, yes,
Ah.
yes, yes.
So
Uh,
is it like hour and a half good for everybody, or does anyone want to stay longer?
Well, it depends on if you forget about me or not. 'Cause I'm off somewhere else. Well, I'm in the same room, but I'm imagining it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
big. You're able to like find your own way, and I feel like if Erebos is like, I'm ready to go, Hannah's gonna seek you out. Hannah,
Okay.
who can barely read common, is kind of just sitting there like, yeah, this is so fun going to the library and just kind of sitting there.
There's some
I
pretty
would
stuff
have
to
been
look at
sitting
least.
with Hannah as well, because my character does not like to read.
Oh, you don't like to read? What's wrong with reading?
You could carve some cool
Words
stone.
are just too hard. They hurt.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. I know that like giant is mostly in runes though.
Is it now?
Yeah.
You could have told me this like 2 hours ago. Maybe I
At
would have
least we're
read
near the
something.
beginning if you guys want. Yeah, no, the giant is written in runes. It's like there's cool ones on the wall and stuff.
My character would have just thought they were decoration.
Oh, can I see any vandalism
Yes. In between,
besides
like
the stained glass?
no, even in the archives, in the book that you're reading, you can see like someone's drawn like
Hold on, you're skipping out. Let me try leaving and coming back.
okay.
Someone's drawn what?
Someone's drawn like kind of like that. Yeah, someone drew like so like it says like the giants would spread their seed, and someone like drew like a crude picture of a giant like jerking off.
No.
Or like another one describes like how beautiful giants were, and someone drew like a really crude stick person, but like its legs and arms are normal height, but its like waist is super super tall, and it just has two circles on it around like where its chest is.
You
Oh
said
my
these were
God.
carved, right?
No, it's written rune.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
Some of the graffiti is carved into like the stone itself.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's
I
but
see.
no. In the book that Tilchik is reading, it's like some scribe came up and was like,
Oh, in the book. I see. I see.
yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
and like wrote in the margins of the book, kind of like what happens at like a school or a university or this when immature kids come in.
Mhm.
You do see like because you kind of bounce between a couple books because there's a couple small books. There aren't like grand tomes about giant agriculture. It's kind of like
Mhm.
small segments of larger books. And one of the books you kind of pick up has a symbol on the bottom of it, and kind of one of the monks, when he sees that symbol, goes, "Oh, another book destroyed." And you kind of open it up, and on the first page, it has the author's name kind of written out and a bunch of other stuff, and it says at the bottom, censored for general consumption by witch hunter Marakai. And
Mm.
as you kind of like scroll through the book, any mention of like titans being on par with deities has been crossed out. Huge sections have just been charcoaled over.
Mm.
And it looks like some witch hunter has come in to try to censor this pseudo-religious text.
They're so lucky I don't know about that.
I sadly hand the book over to the guy.
It's okay. We can attempt to recover some stuff. Charcoal can be washed off, but the risk is that it'll take the ink with it.
Mm. Wait,
Uh,
can I hold on? Let me see if I kind of have like control elements, and that was just something I thought of. Let me see. Is there like any way I could like lift the dust off somehow?
yeah, you could try that. I will say that it'll take a nature roll.
Okay. So I shouldn't. So I don't have to use a spell slot, or
No, is it the control elements a spell? I thought it was a cantrip.
oh, let me see real quick. I don't actually remember. Um. Oh, wait, no. Where is it?
In
Oh,
your spells.
elementalism. Yeah. Okay,
Elementalism.
cool.
Yeah,
So nature. Okay, that's cool.
yeah. You can beckon earth, and I would say that you're using beckon earth in like a small way.
Yeah. Okay. So nature, normal. Ah.
You kind of do it, and you pull off like a lot of the charcoal, but you also, because of the granite based nature of the ink, you pull some of the ink also, and you don't destroy the text. You kind of stop yourself before you really get that far, but you make it a bit easier
Huh?
for them to. Oh, did I cut out?
Wait, no, I can hear you now. What did you say? Repeat that last part. I took
You
some of the
don't
granite, but
destroy. You took some of the granite, but you haven't destroyed the text. You've just made it like it's slightly easier now for them to clean it themselves.
okay. I kind of stop once I see him taking some of the stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was stating. Like you
oh
stopped
yes.
yourself before you heard it. But yeah, no. And then the party is now finished here. They're let out by the monks. The monks are very grateful. that you guys didn't graffiti the books or piss on their religious items or anything like that, or try to rob them.
The bar is on the floor.
Can I? Yeah, the bar's in hell. Can I stay, like, the rest of the party leaves? Can I stay back for just, like, a little bit, and then I'll catch up with them shortly?
How long is a little bit?
Not that long. Like, I don't know. I just want to chat with some of the monks.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Everybody kind of carries on, but you stay back, and one of the monks kind of approaches you and is like, "I see that you have stayed behind whilst your companions have left. Is there a purpose?"
Yes, I was. I guess I was wondering if I could get your opinion on something.
I am a man of the cloth. I am here for counsel of both spirit and mind.
Excellent. I've been in solitude for a very long time.
I know that. I know that feeling.
Yes, of course. And not that I ever had a problem with it, but I would come down from the mountains on occasion and what have you. It's a long story actually, but this is my first time venturing into the world at large, and people keep asking me for my name, and it's quite awkward because, as it stands, I don't have one.
You don't have one, you say?
Um,
Well, what do you know when you were born? How old you are?
Gotta check the mind.
I would have been, as a player, I have not established this, but I keep track of the winters, so I know
Yeah.
how many winters it's been.
Mm-hmm.
As a player, I do not, but
How
my
old
character.
would you like your character to be then?
How does
Goliaths age like humans.
okay, so probably like 34, 5,
30,
6,
30
4.
okay, 34. 34 winters, so we can estimate 34 years of age, and he will kind of go over to a tome and open it up. 34 years of age. Do you know what season you were born under?
I do not.
Hmm. Do you feel a connection to the cold, to the warmth, to the rot of fall, to the birth of spring?
Well, I live in the mountains, so generally, the cold.
The cold. Not most likely, if you are, and I do not mean to presume. Are you a frost Goliath?
I believe I'm.
Oh, you cut out there.
I believe I'm
Half.
Oh, a half-blood. So you would have a conjointed name. You would have a first half of your name, followed then by a second half, divided by that, and the names would come from separate aspects of the two different cultures. Do you know what your halves are?
Half frost, half rock.
Oh, stone, yes. Frost and stone. Of course, you live in the top of a mountain.
Rock and stone.
Rock and stone. Probably their internet. Their whole thing.
Satch.
One moment.
I wish I could type that fast.
Hello, sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Also, I'm going to ask real quick, Simon. Are you asking for this guy to give you a name?
Um, I'm more just asking for like ideas, I guess, because I want to honor my culture,
'Cause,
my
like,
heritage, but I also don't really know anything about it.
yeah, I was just going to end up having him say Gorgonek, or your like the name you picked for your character, if that would work for you.
It's
Like-
it's either that or there's a historical figure with the name, and I take it.
Okay, yeah. I can. One moment. Let me deal with that then. I like that idea.
Hell yeah.
So a giant of frost and stone. Do you have a trade?
I'm a smith.
Oh, Smith. Just like just like the child of the Titans. And he would bring you over to one of the statues of Gorgonek, a Titan half-blood who was one of the first fire giants. So not exactly related to the Frost or Stone, but he is a giant smith. Uh, he was a half-blood between a stone and a fire titan. But his titan parents called him to destruction, but he turned against them and forged himself his own path.
And I also noticed that he has a split name, which I have recently learned that I should also have
Yes, yes.
for the same reason. Yeah.
hmm The divide there is to show the unity of blood. See, giants often do not have long or complicated names. Such trivial things are for the shorter-lived lives that are required for. It is difficult to explain, but giants, when they still had their senses, lived for ages, and the idea that one would have a last name to carry on is a very human or short-lived thing. The elves carry it more because of the idea of a lineage of divinity. But for giants, they often would have a first name, but only those of half-blood would have two first names, or a split name, as we prefer to call it.
May I borrow it?
It is a name. Uh, Borrow? You are allowed to take it. Names are not. He is dead. He
It's
does
not my
care.
fucking name. I
He
don't
is
know.
dead. Taking it would honor him in some way, but there is no. Giants do not believe in an afterlife. There is no worry in taking his name. You will not disrespect him in doing so, and you will honor. You will adore yourself to the monks of this order if you do so, as it would be quite pleasant a tale to be able to say that we were aiding you in finding your true name if it comes to any calling.
Then I shall have it.
Yeah.
Then it is a pleasure to meet you, Gorgonek.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yes.
Hell yeah. Okay, and then I thank him profusely for his time and his help and his insight and his wisdom, and then I will catch up with my friends.
I feel like, and this is just my vibe, like, if we realize that we left without Gorgonek, I feel like I'd just, like, kind of hang around in the outside and kick around stones and stuff. Or, like, pick at grass. That's what I would do.
Yeah. So if Tilchik remained back behind, how many other people would stay with them?
Not me. I read my book. I'm out.
Guys, okay.
No, they're staying back, not in the library, but like outside.
Like in the front area yard of the place, because I noticed that big guy stayed behind.
I probably did. I've been kind of paying attention.
He is also massive.
We'd notice his not presence there.
Well, I'm really good at not noticing.
True.
12. Yeah, no, you would notice that one of your compatriots is not there.
The big guy.
The
Oh,
big
2.
guy. 2? What?
Yeah,
Didn't
because I
Wolchuk
stayed
say back?
behind. So like they kept walking, I stayed
And I was
behind.
like, wait, where's like my entire friend group?
No, you kind of go back, and eventually, you now, Gore, would exit the building.
I'd wait respectfully, not like safe, but like a distance that I
Hi.
wouldn't want to overhear, but stay with the group.
I'm awful sorry to have made you wait. It was my intention to catch up with you.
It's okay. I wanted to look at the mountains.
They are quite beautiful, aren't they?
It's a
Yeah.
very picturesque, beautiful view from up here.
But this rock is pretty cool too.
It is a pretty cool rock.
I walk up to and I go, unfortunately, big guy, we do tend to have a liking towards you. And a wink.
Excellent.
Not gonna waste my shot. I punch my microphone.
If you tire a big guy, you may refer to me as Gorgonek.
Oh, quite an interesting name. I like it.
Gorgonek. That's
Well-
a cute name. I think I might be moaning it later.
Of course you will.
Apologies, sorry. And then she.
I don't care. I'm quite excited for you. I'd wait to hear about it.
I look down at Tilchik and I say, little one, I like the way that you appreciate things. That rock is quite cool.
Yeah, the big things are cool and small things are cool.
Mac wants
So
to take the rock and chuck it, but this is not going to do that.
If you were soup,
be
you
so
could do
fucking-
that.
If I were
funny.
Thoop, I would definitely be chucking that rock.
And then you chuck me down the mountain.
Thoop chucking you? No, I don't think that's Thoop. Somebody else.
But yeah, no, the party would eventually, I'm guessing, making your way now towards the Regent.
Yeah, probably
as
back
it's
into
about- it's about
town, on
midday.
the other
Back to
side.
town.
like,
Maybe grab lunch or something.
like we
I've
went
heard
up,
that-
went up like this side, and then now we're coming back through on this side to get both
Okay.
sides of the. And then
You
when we
guys-
come back, we'll come through the middle. Revis has got this
You
all
guys-
figured out.
As you guys are passing by, there are sort of the beginnings of lunch food, kebab, vegetables and meats, fresh fish caught from the river, the scent of cheap quail and other such small game hanging in the air, soups bubbling.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Soup?
I'm gonna go up to a soup stand.
Oh, hello there, little lady, or mister, or... Yeah,
Hi.
fuck it. No, I'm not hungry.
I'm not lady. I'm not mister. I'm hungry.
Well, if you're hungry, it's 1 copper for a cup.
Yes, please. What kind do you have?
We have the family soup. And
The
he kind of
family
gestures
soup.
towards a big bubbling pot. It's got whatever I had left over for breakfast and whatever I won't be needing for dinner.
I love that.
Well, what is it? This time
So
round.
it's a combination, I believe, of some leftover breakfast meats, some chunks of bread, cut up onion, cabbage, and I think a handful of potatoes, and a week expired chunk of beef.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
well, that make me sick.
No, that's why I put it in the soup.
Okay. I'll believe him at face value.
Yeah, he scoops up the thing and plops it in and hands you this small, like it's a cup-sized cup of soup, and it
Mhm.
smells delicious, and it's just to be drunk, and it's and he's like, you have to drink it here. I only got 8 cups.
Oh, okay.
I would have gone there with Tilchic, I would have just been standing behind them at this point, and I would say, I would like very much like 2 cups.
All right, that'll be 2 copper, and he'll. You know what? I like to cut your jib. 3 copper, and I'll give you a bowl.
Deal.
And he goes over and he gets one of the bowls from like his actual house, and then scoops it up and hands you the soup.
Family.
You're quite generous, thank you.
Yes, yes. And he makes sure, because he sees you're a bigger fella, there's a good deal of the pulled beef that's inside there.
Yes! I make a mental note of this guy, what he looks like, and what his stand is.
It's called the Family Soup, and it looks like his business is literally he just sells soup.
And
The fuck?
Right.
Stealing my whole character, Kian.
if anything happens to this guy, I'm going on a tear.
Kian literally stole my character,
You know
guys.
what? You know what? Fine. He will have an apprentice called Thoop, which is a goblin. A goblin who is in the background just turning the soup.
I wave to Thoop. I say, "This is very good."
How would soup? Yeah.
And then he'd wave back with his tiny little hands.
Yeah, I found this one on the side of the road.
Oh,
Doesn't say much other than Thoop.
it's like he's made for the job.
Yeah. But yeah, no. And he'll when you're done with your bowl and your cup, he'll take them
Yep.
back and dunk them in a pot of soapy water, splash them in and out for a couple times, dry them off, and then place them down.
Then fuck it. It's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a lovely day, you two.
You too.
Erebus, there are definitely a lot of places where you could find like roasted vegetables or just like a turnip.
A big breakfast.
Okay.
Browsing up the
anything for you?
fruits.
There are not many fruits. Most of the fruits will be inside shops, and those will be. What do you got against this man's stall, huh, Emmy?
You can't talk shit about family soup. No,
Gross,
no,
it's a
it's the
sickness.
family soup.
This is plague.
Delicious. It's
And you
delicious
guys eventually
plague.
make it to the south gate, where you find a handful of. Yes, Simon.
Is the market that we just passed through, is it the same one I went to this morning?
Yes. Oh no! You are passing along like a baker's road. You're taking a slightly different route so that you see like different
Everything.
areas. Yeah.
If I
of the
die
town.
of dysentery, that means Gorgonek is also dying with me. So we're going.
So yeah, no, you're not exactly passing through the same area. Were you
Okay.
gonna drop off the book or something?
Yes, correct.
Oh, you can make I will say that you can make a detour and drop off the book.
I will do that, and I will insist that no one come with me.
Okay.
Want to.
Um,
As Erebus jokingly like folds his arm. Want to anyway.
And eventually you guys all end up making it to the southern gate, where you find a caravan waiting for you guys, like a carriage. And a couple legionaries kind of see the elf and kind of approach and are like, "Are you Earbuds Navara?"
No, I'm Erebus Nevestri, which is probably what it actually says on your paper.
Paper? No, we were just told the name. I can't read.
I can tell.
Damn.
Yeah. We're supposed to take you to the Regent?
Oh, quite. I have a couple of compatriots with who'll be following along.
Yeah, no. Everybody can fit into the back of the cart, and I'll take you guys up to their manor, which is they have a personal vineyard up in the hills, not too far from here. It'll be about maybe a 30-minute drive.
Well,
Shall we? I'll pull out.
I think we should.
Technically, have a liar.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I do know how to play the liar. I can play the liar.
A liar
Full
and
liar
a
on
player
Hammer's
too.
face.
I've met too many men like you. Sorry, that's from Hades Town. Sorry.
Oh, I only know like a very little bit of it.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, and you guys begin to ride up towards the Regent. I have a little bit more for the Regent left, but if people are ready to end it tonight, I can also end it here.
Yeah.
The doctor.
Gotta go to the
I feel like
doctor
this might be a nice place to stop.
Yeah,
but
that's
yeah,
why I
vote
was
on it.
offering to end
right
it here.
before. That way, I don't have to panic
I
as
will-
I talk, and I can.
I will put in no mic chat the look of the Regent,
Sure.
so
Talking.
that everybody can see what the Regent looks like.
He saw
Yes.
his picture probably hanging somewhere. That man is full.
Not
Kidding.
really.
Rubus just thinks
Emmy
that.
already sent the picture of what the Regent looks like.
Did we? I don't remember seeing it.
It's this guy right here. This
No,
gift was sent.
this
here
is the
it is.
Regent.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
I'm done.
That's a
He's
vibe and a
hot.
half.
Guys, Erebus is cooked.
True.
He's
Good.
good.
Oh, it's over for you.
I'm
The
coming.
Regent, as you are being brought, you would be informed by the legionaries. Just don't talk about the half-drowned nature of the Regent. He does not take much pride in the origin of his bloodline.
Aw.
Half drowned? What does that mean?
Half-drowned.
Oh, drow. I think that's drowned. I'm like, who's drowning this guy?
This poor
No,
guy
no, no,
been
no.
drowned.
He's one of the he's one of the water zombies from Minecraft.
The hurglers.
He is a drowned.
Me and my sister call those the hurglers because you can hear them hurgling.
The Hurglers. That's a name and a
That's
half.
so funny. Holy.
So good though. Sounds like a
Yes,
slur,
that is-
low key.
It kind of does.
True. You're spitting.
You can hear them hurgling.
But yes, no, the Regent is a decadent and quite well-educated man. But yeah, no.
And what's his name?
Lord Regent Ava Wrightstone.
AVA, like
Yep.
Wrightstone.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Oh god, he's hot.
Oh God, he's hot. I was originally going to have like the fat, disgusting Regent, and then I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna make him a nice, chill, sexy dude.
Andy's gay and wants to talk to the other gay guy? It's done.
Yeah.
It's over. So's over for me.
Would you like to enjoy a private bath as we discuss?
Yes! Yes! Or even
Good
finishes.
boy.
Would you like to enjoy pride? Yes!
Oh, Kian, you can't say that.
Oh my god, stop.
Anyway, I do gotta log off though.
Yeah.
Right.
Go log
That was a very fun
Ooh.
session. I liked being Tilchik and exploring the world.
I also liked you being Tilchik.
You being Tilchik is dog.
Yes,
True.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Hog
Big
brother.
appreciate.